I was 13, so about 8 years now. Tuba, there are a lot of different types of tuba, as you can see. As you can see on this screen, mine is a rotary tuba, which refers to these are rotors. Most tubas are pistons, valves, so they go up and down, and it's just a different way of directing the airflow. On this, you can see, on the bottom left, I like this slide, there's one that's a little bit different. What do you guys think? Is this a tuba or not? So it's a tuba, but it's slightly different than most tubas. It's a sousaphone. So this one only ever has 3 valves, and it's used specifically for a marching band. I did play this one in middle school and high school in marching band, but it's usually not used for solo performances. Okay, now here's your tuba. So the tuba is, in terms of musical instruments, a more modern instrument. The bugle and trumpet, which are its predecessors, have been around for a very long time, and the trombone, which is the slidey one, was developed in the 1500s. But pistons, or rotaries, these little guys, were only developed in 1820. So in 1830 was the first time that a couple of German men created the tuba. And an interesting thing I learned when doing some research for this presentation is that tuba was originally the catch-all phrase for all brass instruments. So a tuba, a French horn, a trombone, they were all originally tubas. So that's a little bit about the tuba. So what does the tuba actually sound like? The tuba has a very large range that can be modified given the number of valves and the different arrangements of piping. If I can play from 4 lines below the staff to 2 lines above the staff with only 4 valves, how does that work? Like a piano, it makes sense. Each key is a different note. I do most of my work with this. This is my mouthpiece, and I use my embouchure and tongue to form the different notes. Now, most people, when they think of tuba music, think of something a bit like this. I like to call it the oompa one. I prefer to keep people guessing a little bit more. So a tuba can really play anything, as long as it's written or transcribed into the correct notation space, which, as you can see, is quite broad. We can play it. So I have 2 pieces prepared for you today. One is a lyrical piece. So it's a lyric meant to be sung. Lyrical pieces you very rarely hear on the tuba, but they're one of my favorites to play on the tuba. And my second piece is a classical piece. So here's my first piece, Can't Help Falling in Love. You're most familiar with this from Elvis Presley, but it was actually written by Hugo Peretti, Luigi Pietro, and George David Weiss. because it's very upbeat and pretty fast. People typically think of a piece like this being played by a trumpet, but in reality, it can be played by a tuba too. So I hope you enjoy this excerpt from the William Tell Overture finale, composed by Gioacchino Rossi.